Alrighty, let me explain why I think Iron Man 3 and The Last Jedi is the worst movies ever. Alright, before I get started, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a reaction to Iron Man 3 trailer, and after that, we're going to do a reaction of The Last Jedi trailer. Now, before I get started, if I remember correctly, I was very, very happy and very excited to see both of these at different time periods of my life. But let's just do a reaction to Iron Man 3 and see if it holds up, and I remember how I was so excited to see them film, all right? So let's just go ahead and react to it, shall we?
I'm Tony Stark. I build neat stuff. I got a great girl, and occasionally save the world. So why can't I sleep?
You elected me on a single platform. I will defend this country at all costs. The Mandarin must be stopped.
You don't know who I am. You'll never see me coming.
Oh my god. I can't.
Everyone's gonna be watching.
The question, where is Tony Stark?
Things are different now. I have to protect the one thing that I can't live without. That's you. Mr. Stark. Today is the first day of what's left of your life. I'm gonna offer a choice. Do you want an empty life? Or a meaningful death? You're not a man. You're nothing more than a maniac. I'm not afraid of you. No politics here. Just good old-fashioned revenge.
Okay. Alright.
We do need backup. That's your department.
Okay.
Here's my boys.
Okay. Alright, so that's Iron Man 3, right? So let's do The Last Jedi, shall we? Alright, let me pull this up real quick here and do The Last Jedi trailer reaction on the fly here. And then we can do, and then I'll explain what I'm trying to get at here. Alright, let me see, which one is it? Okay, let's do this one. Oh yeah, this is the one. Oh god, I'm telling you, all these trailers are very good, I have to admit. So let's react to The Last Jedi trailer, shall we? Make sure it's playing. It is. Alright.
When I found you,
Oh, good God.
untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special. Something inside me has always been
was awake. And I need help.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now. The past time. Kill it. That's the only way to become what we're meant to be.
This Christmas. I hate those porgs.
It'll light the fire. It'll burn the First Order down. This is not going to go
The way you think.
fulfill your destiny.
I need someone
Put me in my place.
to show me my place in all this.
Alrighty then. Whew. Here we go. So, all right. So, based on those trailers, I can it gives back me a lot of memories. That's the first time I've watched them since the time before the movie was released. Right? Iron Man 3. That was a pretty good trailer. Excellent trailer. And I'll tell you why I don't like that movie. Well, at the time, it's probably, compare what we get now, it's still a good movie to a certain point, but I'll tell you why I don't like it. Because the whole time, I was expecting the Mandarin, of this bad villain trying to defeat Iron Man, and Iron Man's got to do all he can to beat this fellow, or this villain, with all his might, and do all his resources to defeat this villain. And the hype was so high on that one. I mean, I watched that trailer thousands of times, probably. Maybe not thousands, but you get the point. I was locked in. I was excited. Now, the theories that I didn't have many. But I was expecting an epic battle against good and evil, right? That was my headcanon the whole time. I didn't have theories because I don't read comic books. Never have, never will. But as a movie lover and storytelling I love, I had it in my head, it's going to be a great, great battle, right? That was my motivation. That was my expectations for that movie. And now, spoilers, if you've not watched it, it's about 10 years old. The Mandarin, whatever his name is, the guy's name is, he was a freaking actor. An actor. The main villain, behind the scenes, the puppet master, I guess you call him. He's the one that was paying him to be an actor to kind of, I forgot what the plot was, to try to have Iron Man look at this, and while he look at here, he can do things behind the scenes. I was so freaking mad. I felt ripped off because I just like, what the F, man? And at that point, after movies, at that point, I don't have high expectations because of Iron Man 3. Because I go in cold. I might have a little bit of hope. Like, I hope they go this route. If not, it's not a big deal. I don't get so emotional attached to expectations by a trailer. Now, some trailers, like Deadpool 3, look pretty awesome. But I kind of calmed down before the movie released. Breathe easy, because I learned my lesson from freaking Iron Man 3. Secondly, Last Jedi, as we saw, that was an epic trailer as well. And we all know what happened to the last freaking Jedi. Even though The Force Awakens was kind of, New Hope 2.0, I was like, you know what, they can make up for it. They'll explain a lot, and The Last Jedi would be great, right? And you kind of wonder what Luke Skywalker, or Jake Skywalker, I should say, would do. Well, here we know. And my expectation was that was how I watched that 100 or 1,000 times, maybe. Maybe not 1,000 again. I've been hyperbolic on that. But I was super excited. Now, on that one, I was probably more excited because in my head, Iron Man 3 and movies is over here, right? The movies that I watch on a regular basis just was all in this kind of category. But Star Wars was different in my head. They don't touch Star Wars. They don't mess up Star Wars. That's the holy grail of entertainment. Don't mess the story up. I didn't think Hollywood would mess this up. That's why when I went into it, I didn't have to be worried. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I won't want to worry. This is not an Iron Man 3 incident. And sure enough, it was. Now, just talking about it right now, it just, you can tell, I wouldn't say it's triggering. I hate to use that word, but it's just, it brings back a lot of emotion and how I felt at that moment. And I think it was 2013, and then 3 years later, I think, for this one was released. I mean, really, but I think, honestly, which one done more damage, not damage, but more expectations, equally both, honestly. Iron Man 3, for a majority of movies, when I go in, I don't have any hope that it's good. That's before even I hate to use the word again, but woke, or the political leaning of things. That was before that even started. They avert your expectations. And that was just a slap in the face. I mean, you don't say this and do this. For me, now, some of people might like it, but I don't. You can just do something different. I think if The Last Jedi wasn't a Star Wars movie, it was just a separate Star Wars movie, or a separate movie altogether. It can be like a Star Wars story with no Jedi, with nothing in it. I think it could have been all right. But because it's tied into a sequel trilogy, tied into a 40-year-old IP, the expectations, oh, Lord have mercy. But anywho, both of those, in my humbled opinion, are the worst movies ever. Now, of course, some people probably agree with the Last Jedi kind of feeling. Iron Man 3, I do not know. But I've always said Iron Man 3 was probably I didn't like it at all. It definitely changed my perspective on how I view movies anymore. Even trailers. You know how trailers are. Most of them, they kind of show you the movie in the trailer, or they kind of lead you this way but go this way. And that's fine too. But not like that. Iron Man 3, they like, look at this villain. Iron Man's got to defeat him. He's a freaking actor. Now, I know somebody said that there's an end credit scene or something like that he's in jail and then he's going to come out and he's going to be the main guy. Yeah, I didn't see anything about that. No, nothing came out. I didn't see nothing of another movie about him. Yeah, we see how that worked out for him. But anywho, that's my rant. But I just had this thought today. You know what? I've never talked about this, of course, on YouTube, and I just want to share my honest opinion why I think those two is the worst. Now, of course, the other ones out there, there's always bad things in movies. You can take away storylines, acting, all that kind of stuff. But those two, they have just made me go in cold in movies. Don't have any expectations. I watch the trailer, and then reality hits. I'm like, okay, Deadpool 3. Let's just go in and see what happens. That's how I go about doing things. I might say I'm hyped, I'm excited, but usually about a week or two, I'm back to normal. Because Iron Man 3 and Last Jedi, they taught me a lesson that I learned. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed this TED Talk of why those two are the worst films ever. I'm just being hyperbolic, of course, but I just want to share this and see if anybody else feels the same way I do. If not, that's cool too. But, all right, catch y'all later.